Hi guys, Melissa here with Silver Cove, and I wanted to talk to you for a few minutes about a beautiful gemstone, member of the quartz family of crystals called tiger's eye. A tiger eye is usually a metamorphic rock. It's chatoyant. What chatoyant means is that flash of color. Do you see how when we rotate it, the color kind of changes, stays in the browns, but it is a very pretty sort of color changing. That's called chatoyance. And tiger eye definitely has that. Now, tiger eye really does have that beautiful, silky, lustrous appearance, It's basically the intergrowth of the quartz crystals that causes that, and it is really quite beautiful. Now, tiger eye is pretty easy to identify. You're looking for that bandings as you work your way through the browns. Again, you're about a 5.5 to a 6 on the Mohs scale. So it's really good for, like these guys here, cabochons setting into jewelry. You can work with these in fountain building, gridding. You can cut and polish them. Lots of great options for tiger eye because of its hardness. You can see some of that great chatoyance happening right there. Now, it is very popular for everything from beads, and I've even seen them used as like the hilt in a knife, which is really cool. Often found in South Africa, Western Australia. That's where a lot of your really good tiger eye comes from. Now, the chrysotile fibers running through are often common for your Arizona, California, US tiger eye, and that actually goes by the name petersite. And so it does actually carry those fibers in there, but they are, again, it's metamorphic, so they're no longer accessible. I still recommend that if you're going to be cutting something like this, usually wear a mask just out of safety. You never know where this guy's been. You may as well do that. Other places that you'll find your tiger eye: Australia, Burma, India, South Africa, the US, Brazil, even Canada, China, Korea, and Spain have been known to have some pieces. When you cut into a cabochon, it's your best chance to show off that chatoyance. And as you can see from the browns and the sort of the patterning that you see, tiger eye does become, once you get to know it, pretty easy to identify. Now remember, when you're in a tumbled stone, something along those lines, you're not necessarily going to get that same play of color. You're going to have to play with it a bit. Cabochons are oriented for color, so that makes a big difference, okay? Now, outside of your brown, you actually have blue and red tiger eye. And so it can be known as tiger's eye or tiger eye. So please remember that if you're ever searching. But basically what happens is when you apply heat to your tiger eye, it changes color. And now that can happen naturally, that can happen after, but it's all the same concept. Once heat is applied, the color of tiger eye can change. Now your blue tiger's eye, like you see here, and I'll show you a few more pieces, is also known as hawk's eye. And you can see here a beautiful blend of the brown and the blue tiger's eye together. Makes for a really unique patterning. I've got a few pieces like that. There's some of my favorites. Look at that hawk's eye running through the tiger's eye. Isn't that beautiful? So that's your blue tiger's eye. Now, if you get just the right amount of heat applied, instead of it turning blue, it turns red, which is what I have right here. This is a red tiger's eye cabochon, and you can see why I have him back. I'd actually like to repolish him and clean up that edge right there. But he is absolutely gorgeous and shows off that red color very nicely. Now, the only other thing that you'll find often in your tiger's eye is something called tiger's iron. And so that is actually what you see right here. See the banding through the piece? That is tiger iron. And so very similar, it carries your tiger eye. It's just tiger iron because it has that secondary mineral in there. And it's kind of a great way to keep that in mind and just something to watch out for. It won't always be identified because some people don't necessarily recognize it. They're just excited that they recognize the tiger eye. Okay, but basically your tiger iron has that hematite. Sometimes it'll have that red jasper in there as well. And that's what gives you the tiger iron versus the tiger's eye. So yeah, it kind of gives you an idea what you're looking at. Well, now you know a little bit more about tiger's eye. If you would like to learn about more crystals and minerals, be sure to follow us and keep an eye on all of our new videos. Well, this is Melissa Roback with Silver Cove, signing off. We'll talk to you soon.